The Promised Neverland crossover is back, and so is summer. Let's begin. Welcome back to another episode, guys. This week we're getting the summer event returning, so basically all of the summer event stuff that we've had in the past. We're getting returning accessories, including the A tier's Ocean's Whisper for Mechanic, a favorite of mine, Baize Jade for Antiquarian, also a good favorite of mine, and Floater for Toy Merchant that I vaguely remember the effects for. We're getting some returning skins, including B tier skins for Cheerleader, Lucky Guy, Dream Witch, Mechanic, Doctor, and Cowboy. All great skins, but all only B tiers. And we're getting some returning furniture from previous summer events, including the S tier Delightful Pond that you can sit on. I believe it makes you tiny and then you can sit on the boats. There are also the A tier's Beach Deck Chair, Ship Cabinet, and Sand Sculpture. And there are 10 B tier furniture pieces, including Beach Table, Stained Glass Window, and even more. One of those 10 is going to be the B tier Orca Companion that should be available in the Spyglass store. The other ones should be available in the main store, I believe. And of course, the most important thing that we're getting this week is we're getting the Promised Neverland crossover returning. So this is going to bring back both part 1 and part 2. The event itself is going to have a daily check-in thing where if you complete daily check-ins, you'll be able to receive fragments, clues, and even more rewards. There's going to be an event share option where if you do share the event, you'll get a special crossover voucher. This voucher is quite valuable as it gives you either 10 essences from Essence 1 or 10 essences from Essence 2, or you can just choose to get 800 inspirations. If you complete matches, you'll be able to receive either Mind's Eye's A tier skin Gilda or the A tier skin for Forward called Dawn, also from the crossover, for free, but you can only pick one or the other. And if you already own both of them, because we've already had this event back 2 or 3 times already, so you might already own both of those skins, you will get yet another crossover voucher, meaning you'll be able to get up to a maximum of 20, so that's 10 and 10 because of the first voucher and then the second voucher, or you can get 1,600 inspirations if you just choose to use both of the vouchers that you have already. Of course, we're also going to be getting back Essences 1 and 2, but they will not be on the logic path. You'll have to use inspirations to open them if you have some saved up. Essence 1 is bringing back the S tier Bloody Queen skin Isabella, the A tier Gardener skin Emma, the A tier Prisoner skin Ray, and the Embalmer A tier skin Norman, along with all of their accessories and even more rewards, including I think portraits and stuff like that. And Essence 2 is going to be bringing back the S tier Entomologist skin called Mujika, the A tier Ripper skin Sonju, the A tier Photographer skin Picha Rotary, and the Undead skin Zazie that's also an A tier. I'm hoping to get it this time because I didn't get it the first time. And of course accessories and portraits and all of those different things that you'll be able to get. If you already spent some inspirations in previous events, you will be able to keep that same progress, so you don't have to start from zero, so that's quite nice. And in the store there should be a special Promised Neverland special crossover package. Apparently it looks like you'll be able to purchase multiple times. It costs 288 echoes. It gives you 5 of a selected essence, so you'll be able to have either Essence 1 or Essence 2 from the crossover, or you'll be able to choose 400 inspirations. And a quick reminder before we move on to future content, the IVT Identity 5 tournament NAEU 2025 tournament is open for registration if you want to participate with your team. I believe there is a link to join their server and also a sign-up form through Google Sheets available on most of Identity 5's social media pages. Let's move on to some future content. We've had some more details about the upcoming Paper Bride crossover. That's a kind of a horror puzzle game that I've really been considering purchasing. I might actually do it just for YouTube members and Boosty members as well. We now know that the Perfumer S tier skin Nie Molly and S tier accessory Paper Shrine will be all in the store. Both the skin and the accessory will have dynamic changes based on the health status of Perfumer. So if she takes damage, she'll change or something like that. The accessory we know changes from red to green when she's hurt, and I believe that she will lose the kind of veil on top of her head whenever she gets damaged. So that's quite interesting. We also know that there are some furniture pieces coming for this crossover, including an S tier furniture piece called Bridal Palanquin. You guys know how to pronounce it. I don't. It's fine. It looks quite interesting. I wonder what it does. Maybe you can go inside and it maybe does some special effects, maybe like that ghost closet or something like that. I don't know. There's the A tier furniture piece Paper Swona Player and the 2 B tier pieces Paper Matchmaker and Red Scarecrow. We had a better look at Photographer's skin as they gave us the appearance of what it looks like in game, and we know that the S tier skin is called Midsummer Light. I do think it looks much better than it did in the original art. I think that the original art didn't really show off the skin too well in my opinion, and now that we can see all of the details and all the kind of things like his sword a little bit better, I think the skin looks much better than I was expecting. The sword looks fantastic. And there's also the A tier accessory called Sea Breeze that we now know is a cup made of gold and kind of ivory or seashell, I don't really know, and a seashell at the top that's spilling blue ocean water. That will probably mean that his footsteps will have water splash effects and stuff like that. That's all I can think of. And some reminders, Bloody Queen and Geisha will be getting non-limited S tier skins at the end of this year, NetEase has announced, so get excited about that. I'm excited to see both of those skins. PQ and Geisha always get fantastic skins. Next week, we'll be getting the return of some older S tier summer skins. So those are going to be things like Verbata, Barmaid, and stuff like that, and all of the accessories that go along with them, and 2 extra accessories, one for Mercenary and also one for Nightwatch. And if you want to know what other content we're getting for the next couple of months, I made a video last week's news video, that covered pretty much everything coming up until the end of August, if I remember correctly. There's a lot of content. I'm not going to talk about it here, so go and check last week's This Week in Identity 5 video. If you haven't already, make sure you click on the video that's right there, because YouTube thinks that you'll like it.